Phew! What the hell's that smell?
This is the first day of the rest of my...
Watch it, bonehead.
Welcome back to another episode of Movie Feuds. Now, Adam, there's a lot of snow on the ground outside.
There is, yes.
It's winter here in Minnesota. And
we're not strangers to the cold.
That's right, and what's a better way to kill some time when you're snowed in, 8 or 10 feet of snow like we have here now, than to watch some winter flicks.
We have 5 of them each.
He's stuck in Groundhog Day.
A movie that both repeats itself in plot and comedy, Groundhog Day.
But not worth a repeat watch.
Why do you have to hate on? Why do you hate this movie? We've
It's
talked about
outside
this.
of Bill Murray's top 5 movies. It's it's overrated. I think
you're overrated.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
He might be okay.
Yes! Groundhog Day! Life has a funny way of repeating itself.
What did you do today?
Oh, same old, same old.
My number 5, and really my kind of guilty pleasure comedy, Out Cold.
Oh.
First time I saw Zach Galifianakis on film, and let me tell you, I fell in love with his acting and him.
And his beard. And his weight.
At 90 minutes, it's a pretty easy watch. It's the way comedy should be. And, I'm sure it'll be on TV quite a bit this holiday season.
Make it count.
Out Cold.
I could have thrown Dark Knight Rises on my list. Thought it was kind of cheap, so I went back to the well, threw on Batman Returns.
I can imagine you had a hard time not finding 5 action movies for your winter list here. So I'm glad you found Batman Returns, to be frank.
I just can't stand you.
Above Gotham looms its greatest hero.
Number 4 on my list, and a film that took place right here in Minnesota, Grumpy Old Men.
Great film.
Yeah,
I prefer the second one more, but still love it.
They're both good. I'd have to believe that 40 or 50 years from now when we're still doing movie feuds, that this will be kind of the story of us and, how we hate each other now, and we'll continue to do so for life.
Jack Lemmon. Your cat crapped on my steps again.
Yeah, who says you can't train a cat?
Walter Matthau. Why would a woman come over at 1:30 in the morning to see you?
Just why do you think, bonehead?
Grumpy Old Men.
I'm a little disappointed that I don't have my number 3 spot on my top horror films of all time because it belongs there. That is The Thing.
Well, maybe we should just go back and reshoot that, and add that to your list. The Thing is a really scary movie.
It's a great movie, and I'm referring to the 1982 version, not that bullshit 2011 remake.
I don't think anybody saw that.
No, I mean, the fact that they did it, it's borderline rape at this point.
Well, I also have a horror film that didn't make my top 5 on this number 3 spot, The Shining.
Oh.
Now, I don't know what's worse, being cooped up inside of a creepy hotel on, a winter storm, or being cooped up with your family turned axe murderer and his creepy son, and, well, you get it.
Option 3, doing a web show with Corey, a person who is beyond filthy. John Candy, R.I.P., short for rest in peace, has had some great films over the years, one of which, on my number 2 spot, Uncle Buck.
He's unbelievable.
I'm Anita Horgar.
I'm Buck Melanoma. Molly Russell's wart.
He's
Would you just
John Candy as Uncle Buck.
What does he like to drink? I've been leaving the toilet seats up. Is that what the blue water is? It's not good for him, huh?
Uncle Buck, the new comedy from John Hughes.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
Oh, nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid, that's my job.
My number 2 is Fargo.
Not to be confused with Argo, which has 1 less letter.
That is correct. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, I can tell you firsthand, it's not filmed in Fargo. It's actually filmed here in Minnesota.
That's right.
But, I went to school in Fargo. I grew up nearby, and only Adam really talks like that.
I'm cooperating here.
You have no call to get snippy with me. I'm just doing my job here.
What do you fellas got yourself mixed up in?
Police! So,
My number 1 spot. A hostage situation. Nakatomi Plaza is not present because I'm doing Die Hard 2. Die Harder.
Well, I can't say that I'm really shocked. I mean, I opened the door for you. I said, hey, let's do our top winter snow films. I saw it coming, I guess. I should have prepared myself. I'm surprised the first one's not on your list, really.
Well, the second one is more, let's say, draped in the winter elements. You have planes up in the air during the harsh storm. McClane has to light a runway. He has to find an annex skywalk. That's a thing. Plus, you got the T-1000 in there, so I had to give it props. Or Agent Doggett, for all you believers out there in the X-Files community. Wow. That was a lot.
Boy, right too rough. I don't like to fly.
What are you doing here?
I don't like to lose either.
This time, it'll blow you sky high.
Is what you expected?
No. This is just the beginning.
On July 4th, Die Harder. Bruce Willis, Die Hard 2.
Number 1 on my list takes place where the beer flows like wine and the women instinctively flock at the salmon of Capistrano. Talking about a little place called Aspen in a little movie called Dumb and Dumber.
That's a fantastic pick.
It's one of my all-time favorite comedies. I only wanted to do this episode, really, so I could profess my love for the classic comedy here.
That's fair. That's honestly extremely fair. It would be on my top 10 list as well.
Can we say that it's brilliant?
Was that like your cold? Burr?
Brilliant?
And dumber. For these guys, every day. Is a no-brainer.
Well, that's our list, folks.
Yeah, and top 5 from each of us, and if I do say so myself, I think there were some good picks here.
You do say so yourself. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't get your Romeo and Juliet on this one for the third time.
It doesn't actually have any snow in it.
I figured there was a loophole you could find. Maybe the tear transforms into a snowflake. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I refuse to.
Well, there's the views. This is Movie Fuse.
Well, we're just wrapping up. I'm still going.
Well, I think I was going to tell you is I think in Italy, maybe it did take place.
In fact, I'm not a fan of you. I've said this before. I'm going to say this again.
Talking about a little place called Aspen.
You're also talking about a little. Oh, okay. Well,
you're just going to jump in. It's strange that you love all these Uncle Buck films. Home Alone cameo and Uncle Buck, and I can imagine that there's a few others on your list.
Uncle Buck? There's only one Uncle Buck movie. It's crazy you love all these Uncle Buck films. Uncle Buck Goes to Summer Camp.